Kissing Hearts earrings.
And 19 other Kissing Hearts pendants.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
To find the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Hey Tom, I want a new hoop for the kids. Any ideas?
Yeah, I got mine from Precision Sports over 10 years ago. They helped me choose the right hoop, installed it, and even painted my court lines.
Nice. How do I reach them?
Easy. PrecisionSportsOnline.com for a free quote.
You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI-HD Milwaukee, a Good Karma Brands radio station. Shoot. The right way to start your day. This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue with Gabe Neitzel and Mark Chamara. Here's Jen Latta.
More international plans from the NFL. I guess it's not a big surprise that the NFL wants to continue taking its game global. But I wonder if we've reached the ouch point. They announced yesterday the international games for 2026. NFL to play 9 international games in the 2026 season, including Mexico City, Paris, Madrid, Rio de Janeiro, Melbourne, and Munich. Now, Chew, we've done the European vacation. We've done the Brazil. Melbourne really stands out to me on this list because it's far as bleep from here. And not just here like Milwaukee, here like the United States of America. That feels like a very significant undertaking for an NFL team in the middle of the season. Am I just being a baby?
No, because me and Andrew, that's a bucket list for us. I'd like to go to Australia, but we also said that's kind of a 2-week trip. You going that far, you can't turn and burn that. So, I mean, are you shocked? The NFL, all they care about is money.
Oh, yeah. The way that they're going to expand this thing, Chew, and get more money in, it's internationally. That we've heard how many times Roger Goodell and everybody else say this.
See, with the players, though, I know, didn't Goodell say the players are excited?
Oh, they love it, Chew. They love being ambassadors of the game. They love traveling internationally because they've really embraced the role. Now, that was replied to by Packers right tackle Zach Tom with a crying with laughter emoji.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. I didn't even see that response to it. That's incredible because I had the same one. I said, sure, Jan, because he said the players love being ambassadors. What? Yeah. Who was he talking to? Tim Tebow? I mean that with all due respect. Like, who are the guys out there who are like, oh, it's so great to be an ambassador for the NFL when we go to enter international city here?
Haven't heard a single press conference, coach, player, anybody say that anytime they have played overseas.
No, if nothing, there's like veiled disdain for the change in routine and the travel and how it will affect the team going forward, Chew.
This is how we dealt, because we went to Japan. We played in the preseason, played Kansas City, I think after the Super Bowl year. And that's a long flight. That's 18, 19 hours direct from Chicago, I think. So for the players, it's, would you rather sit on a plane or would you rather be in meetings and practice? I kind of
Why not both?
I was about to say.
My guess is those coaches are trying to maximize their time, are they not?
I've got a feeling, Chew, that you guys are going to get separated. Well, not you, but the players are going to get separated on the plane and meetings are going to break out, man.
Yeah, that didn't happen with us. But I'll tell you, well,
that for a preseason, that also difference between a preseason game and a regular season game, right?
Yeah, you're probably right. Oh, we were so pissed though. Everyone got in first class but the players. And we flew JAL. You ever fly JAL?
No.
Well, Asian people are about half the size of most people, so the seats are that accordingly. The guys were livid. And is that baby?
No, because especially when you start talking about, you're talking about, NFL players. Like anytime something's smaller for an average person, and then you factor in, like you're what, an average-sized NFL player, Chew?
Yeah.
Maybe a little above.
Yeah,
but there's a lot of guys who are a lot bigger than you, too.
But what made it the worst are the smart-ass trainers and equipment guys that would walk back and go, how do you like your seat? And we weren't allowed to hurt them. So that made it worse.
Yeah. I'm sure they've upgraded the transportation. I'm sure it's a pretty swanky operation they've got going on there to take the NFL teams to Melbourne. Gabe, did you hear that they announced the teams, at least a few of the teams that are going to be playing these international games?
Yeah, so you have for the Paris game, which the NFL is sending over the Saints. Now, there was a report, not an NFL report, so I don't know if this was like when Ben Brust reported last year that the Packers were going to be playing in Ireland against the Steelers, and then the NFL pivoted on that. But the initial report is that it's going to be Saints-Browns in Paris, and the NFL did announce that the Rams are going to be the home team for the Melbourne game.
And why is that relevant to us?
Because the Packers play at the Rams in 2026.
Now, Packers fans notoriously travel really well. We've talked about that many, many, many times here on this program. And that's a feather in their cap. Like, you're proud of a fan base that not only travels well, but is also spread far and wide across the country. Think Packers fans, if they get that game, they're making that jaunt down to Melbourne?
I'm sure there will be a bunch,
Yeah?
Because, again, I'm sure there are a lot of people like Chew where that is on the bucket list. Mm-hmm. And you get a heads up that that's going to be the Packers game this year. Why not make it hey, Packers are playing there. We can go watch the Packers play internationally, take a trip around it, and do it that way. But
I guess I don't know enough about how all the logistics work out. When would we find out? Last year, it felt like it was very late. There were rumors, as you mentioned, the Ben Brust thing with the Packers traveling and whatnot. But, when do you even find out that your team is locked into that game? Is it schedule release?
Yeah, I think you're going to know the actual date on schedule release. They leak a little bit of that right before. But yeah, schedule release, early May. Early May is when that will come out. And the Packers really have a 1-in-6 chance because the NFL doesn't do the division games overseas. So NFC teams have 9 home games next year, leaving 6 other opponents it could be. It's either the Cowboys, Giants, Packers, Chiefs, Chargers, or Bills. That's a tough schedule, by the way, next year for the Rams. Sheesh. That's your home slate?
What's the time difference?
Well, we just watched the Australian Open.
So if they were to kick off the game, Chew, at, let's say, 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
That means the game would kick off here in the Central Time Zone at 8 p.m.
They are 14 to 17 hours ahead of the East Coast, 17 to 20 hours ahead of the West Coast. Now, that's just Australia. I can put in Melbourne specifically because of where it is on the continent. But that's that's significant. So
trying to figure out when to play the game is going to be a tough part there.
So 14 to 19 hours ahead of the U.S., depending on where we're talking, right? Whether you're on the East Coast or the West Coast. So how do they schedule that game?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, will they take 2 West Coast teams? Because you
already said.
Well, the Rams are one.
Well, the
you
Rams,
also said they won't
but
do
the
a
other
division
one,
game.
Because you're saving about 4 hours of flight time.
So, you could do Rams-Chargers over there, I guess, Chew, because the Chargers are a home opponent for the Rams. So you could do Rams-Chargers over there. Obviously, that would be the easiest way to go. That could potentially be it. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure how the NFL is going to do that. But I'm really curious because whenever they go over to Europe, they just schedule it. Oh, this is going to be a game that's morning back here in the States, right? And it stands alone. It's a morning game. With that big of a time difference, I don't know where they put that game and how they fold it into a regular NFL Sunday.
And you have to get there Well, how many days before? Just
you tell us, how many games would you prefer as an NFL player to be in a place so that you can get acclimated? Whatever it is. If it's the time, if it's the sleep, if it's the jet lag, I don't know. But how many days would you want to be there?
4? 3,
that feels
4?
Reasonable to me.
To get acclimated?
When I go over for these international work events, we're there, again, a week feels egregious, but we're there 5 days ahead of action. Get there, get settled, maybe change your body clock a little bit, and then we'll do a little rehearsal type of stuff, and then, it's go time. But you get a lot of lead time. You don't just jump right into it, and I can't imagine these teams would either. Although, when we were covering the college football playoff this past year, Signetti and Indiana were a team that liked to get in as late as possible. In his mind, it kept the routine, right? Guys were sleeping in their own beds and going to the same facility and all of that stuff. And then it was as late as they were allowed. And, with the playoffs, some of it is a contract thing because they have media responsibilities. They have to be on site in town. But that was his big thing was we're going to go out as late as we can. I don't see that happening here with this NFL. Melbourne feels far. Melbourne feels significant. I'm not sure how the NFL works it in. And Chewy, to your point that you said earlier, I'm not sure they care. A little bit of this feels like, as much as they like being ambassadors, this is going to affect you in the days, maybe weeks, following a significant international trip like this, won't it?
I would highly recommend taking the bye the week after, right? Because we found out they gave, when the Packers went over, they give you the option if you want the bye. The Packers decided, no, we're not going to take it. When they went over and played the Giants overseas, they decided, it's too early. We don't want the bye then. And I'm guessing you're going to take the bye after this game because it's just such a big travel commitment.
Okay, so September, is it winter there when it's summer here or no?
Yeah, it's kind of flipped, yeah. Their summer is now-ish.
Because Australia can get brutally hot. Yeah. It's a desert.
Just confirming what you're thinking right there. Right now in Melbourne, it's Wednesday at 12 a.m. It's 69 degrees.
Nice.
Well, that's comfortable.
12 a.m. That's midnight, gang.
Yep.
It's 69 degrees at midnight. That's what I wouldn't give for a 69. You know what? Never mind. Don't you dare clip that, Josh. Don't you dare.
Again, you're the one who said
I thought you were talking cold, but obviously you weren't.
Average temps in October, when I assumed this game would be played, average high is 68, average low is 51.
Okay.
All right, so that feels glorious.
Yeah, so
I would say the players don't want to go there. I mean, they're fine with Munich. They're fine with Barcelona. That's fine.
Yeah, I guess it depends. Doesn't seem like some of those guys were fine with Paris and Munich and Barcelona and London and all the other places they played in Europe.
That's better than going to Australia. I mean, that flight, I think, is in the 20s. Yeah, not fun. I'm about 11. I'm good with 11.
That's as far as you want. 11 hours? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How far is that flight? Did we figure that out this morning?
We have not.
My guess is it's 20-something.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, for somebody like me, and again, I know that this doesn't extend to everybody, but I do not want to be on a plane for 20 hours. I should text my girlfriend, Chris Button. She just got finished covering the Australian Open and see how that was for her. Now, again, she was there for 2 weeks, to your point, Shoot. Mm-hmm. You're not just hopping on a plane, doing a couple of things, and hopping back.
Quick Google search tells me a direct flight from Los Angeles to Melbourne, approximately 15 hours and 55 minutes.
Okay, but to go from Milwaukee or Chicago, you got to add the 4.
Yeah. You know what's not bad is kangaroo.
You've had kangaroo?
Yeah, it's actually pretty good.
Should have seen this coming.
When the hell did you have kangaroo?
Probably about 8-9 years ago. It's actually it's delicious. It's still if you can get over the kangaroo part.
Like, where did you even get this? I thought aren't kangaroos like a protected species?
No, there's too many of them.
Oh, it's population control, huh?
Yes, yeah. At a place in Genesee, really, really good restaurant. The Union House. They like to serve exotic meats. I'm telling you, it was very good.
I'm going to need us to stop talking about kangaroo for breakfast.
Kind of like ostrich. It's kind of the same, a little bit.
Like, I guess I mean, a place in the middle of Wisconsin serving kangaroo, I guess I would be skeptical.
No, not at all. It was delicious. It helped my vertical, too. I went from 31 to 33.
No one believes you.
You know what's crazy, guys, is did a little Google search, to your point, Gabe, about the flight time. And back in 2024, the NFL must have been putting breadcrumbs out there, because there's an article that says, NFL prioritizing expanding international series to Australia, pondering holding Pro Bowl games there in the future. There could be a down-under game as early as
2026.
2026.
There is no chance. I mean, if the only reason you put the Pro Bowl in Melbourne is if you actually want to kill it.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only reason to do it. Like,
I mean, no one went to Hawaii. Yeah.
Like, they can't get anyone. They had Justin Fields say no to a Pro Bowl invite, and it's in the States this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, you think anybody wants to, after their season is over, go to Australia to play flag football? Do a little tug of rope? Just a little pull, just a little, yeah, no, nobody wants to do that.
No.
Tug of rope?
Look, tug of war.
Tug of rope. How did you come out with that?
I don't know. Because that's what you're doing. You're tugging on the rope.
Is that related to Man of Battle, the horse?
Between me and my temperature fixation this morning, and you with your tug of rope.
Isn't that what you're doing?
We gotta take
a rope. You're tugging on it.
Oh my God! Stop saying it.
I'm leaving it alone. Joshy can only say break so many times.
From the biggest plays on the court to the comments made in the locker room after, it's an in-depth recap of every Bucks game in 6 minutes, no more, no less. It's Bucks in 6 on the Bucks Plus Audio Network. If you missed any of the game or just want to relive the biggest moments, Bucks in 6 provides game recaps every morning after. Hear the high-flying dunks from Giannis, the big blocks from Miles Turner, and catch the comments post-game about what happened on the court. It's Bucks in 6 on the Bucks Plus Audio Network. Find it now, bucks.com/plus, or on Spotify, Apple, and wherever you get your podcasts.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Well, we do have a broken down vehicle, northbound 43, heading right through the Marquette. It is on the left shoulder, not off on the right, so it's kind of in a weird spot. Do want to be extra careful with that. Squads have not pulled up on it just yet from what I can see. Eastbound 94, backing up from just before 84th Street all the way to Hawley Road. The westbound side is a bit tight from 35th Street past Mitchell Boulevard, and that's it for the delays that I'm seeing. We're actually looking pretty good otherwise. Traffic is brought to you by Glenroy, now hiring. As the packaging industry rapidly grows, so does Glenroy. Apply today at glenroy.com/careers. That's GLENROY.com/careers. And check out the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Today, mostly sunny skies, a high of 23. Tonight, a few clouds, a low of 9 above. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
The Homer Hour with special guests every day from 5 to 6.
The Packers also got a defensive coordinator.
I like the hire. I think he's proven. He's coached high-level defenses, ones that went to the Super Bowl.
The best 60 minutes of your day happens on the Homer Hour.
It'll be interesting to see what he brings from a schematic standpoint. Ran a lot of 3 down. This team just got rebuilt to be a 4-down team.
Weekday afternoons from 5 to 6 on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
Real James Imaging Systems clients. You've heard them right here on the radio for years. For instance, Chris Willems, office manager with Previan Law Firm.
I like the fact that the company is local and I can always get a hold of my representative who I have on speed dial or I have a cell phone.
Then there's James Imaging Systems client Preston Clark, who oversees IT services at Creative Business Interiors.
If I do need service, they're here almost within 4 hours every time. I've never had an issue where I'm like, where is that guy?
James Imaging Systems business technology client Lori Salzman, Vice President of Enterprise Services at Junior Achievement of Wisconsin.
I've never met an organization that is so responsive to make sure that we are up and running all the time for us to be more efficient and allow us to focus more on the work that we do for helping young people.
James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. To learn more, visit jamesimaging.com.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Game Night, so for Events by Design. Events like appreciation parties and retreats can go a long way towards boosting morale and retaining top talent. Events by Design is your go-to creative partner for employee events that truly make an impact. They help leaders retain top talent by making their people feel seen, valued, and celebrated. The creative team at Events by Design does all the planning and production, making sure things not only look great, but also work. Make a smart investment in your culture today. Search online, Events by Design. They design, you party.
Valentine's Day is almost here, and Cousin Subs has the perfect sweet treat. Our limited-time chocolate strawberry shake mixes rich chocolate and sweet strawberry flavor into one creamy, indulgent sip. Share it on a date, or enjoy it just for you. But hurry, it's only available through February 15th. Order in store, online, or in the app today. Cousin Subs, we believe in better.
Ready, down, put. All Packers, all the time.
He was a field-tilting player, and the reason why Gabe and many others are so concerned is that this guy's on the field, he changes the offensive dynamic. They are a different offense when he is there.
Okay, most of the time.
You know, Homer calls Matt LaFleur soft all the time. Matt LaFleur is like Vince Lombardi compared to me.
It's Jason Wilde on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Jason Wilde on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy is brought to you by Exterior Pros. Ready to tackle your home improvement project? Exterior Pros and Baths is giving $3,000 off roofing, siding, windows, or bath remodels this month. Visit extpros.com.
Always great to get some insight from our friend and teammate Jason Wilde. Good morning, Jason. How are you doing today?
Great, everybody. How are you?
Good. We were just discussing Australia as a possible destination for the Green Bay Packers. How do you think that would go over? It feels like a logistical nightmare, but maybe I'm not thinking big picture here.
Well, first of all, whenever I think of Australia, I think of Alexander and the terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day.
Why? Did that take place in Australia?
No, he says he's going to move to Australia because his day is going so poorly. My favorite book from my youth. Yeah, it's really far away, and let's be honest, Matt LaFleur did a better job with Brazil in pretending that he didn't hate it than he did with London. But can you imagine how much he would hate it if they went to Australia? Look, I think they're probably more likely to go to Berlin or wherever the German game is this year. I think there's a German game. Tomato. Jawohl, kleiner Mann. But I've always wanted to go to Australia. I don't know if GKB is interested in me going along, but that seems like a really long way to go to play a football game. But again, our guy Mark Murphy, who I don't miss him not talking to me, but I do miss him blabbering. He made a comment on his way out the door when we had our press conference with him that essentially teams should get ready to play an international game every other year or every year because that's where things are headed and that's the league's intent. So obviously there was the news about Paris yesterday. I'm curious to see where else they've got their eyes on. But, yeah, this is here to stay. It ain't going anywhere.
Jason, I think you'd agree that Wisconsinites have an affinity for their own. You take Jim Leonard and the noise we heard from people not interviewing him, TJ Watt. Why isn't there more traction with Elliot Wolf should have been the next Packers GM instead of Goody? I mean, he grew up here, went to high school here, spent a large part of his life here. Why don't we hear that? Is it people don't know?
Yeah, probably. I mean, or again, there's a lot of folks that the same people that are really critical of LaFleur aren't nearly as critical of Goody, although I think folks are starting to look a little more closely at it and say, well, wait a minute now. So I think that's it's an interesting question. In fact, both of the general managers in the Super Bowl were interested in the job after Ted was nudged into retirement with his health issues and everything else. Because, John Schneider previously in his contract had an out to return to Green Bay. And then by the time 2018 rolled around, I don't think it was in there anymore. But I know that John was very interested in coming back. His dad, who passed away a few months ago, he was very close with. So he was definitely interested. I'm not sure he would have been quite as interested had they offered him the job the way Mark Murphy did, and then informed him that it was not going to be structured the same way that it had been when they actually interviewed him, which is what happened to Goody. But yeah, look, Elliot Wolf was the other. I mean, I think it was three guys, and that was the guy that used to be the GM in Buffalo, I think, was the other one. There were the three finalists. But, I was told that Elliot did not have enough experience on the college side. And that was the reasoning that Mark Murphy gave. But, again, he's a really smart guy. I'm going to talk to Ron today. I will give him your best. But one of the questions I would ask him is if it was in some way a blessing in disguise. Because, carrying the Wolf name in Green Bay is one thing. Carrying it in New England, where, yes, people know who your dad is, but he's kind of forged his own path. It's worked out well, and I'm happy for Elliot. But you're exactly right. It is a question that you would think would be asked more than it is.
Well, speaking of Brian Gutekunst, Jason, he is finally going to have his season-end press conference tomorrow. Obviously had to get the contract finalized and announced officially on Friday before he could schedule that. What is the most pressing thing that you want to talk to Goody about?
Well, let me turn it around on you. What's the most pressing thing I should ask him about?
It's a veteran move, Jason. It's a veteran move.
When's the door going to hit Rashawn in the ass?
I'll ask it just that way, too.
Okay.
I guess the question that I would have is, he said, was it last year, 2 years ago, it's about time they start competing for championships around here. Obviously, the last 3 seasons, you've been in 7th place, haven't been in a championship game. What needs to be done this offseason to assure they are competing for championships at the end of 2026?
It's a great question, and that's exactly what I was thinking, was playing off the sense of urgency competing for championships quote, which was last year, a little bit earlier in the off season than it's happening this year. But yes, that's exactly right. And I was thinking of asking, you made the bold move of trading for Micah. What else do you need to do personally to give this team the best chance to compete for championships? Because, again, and we all have biases, we all have opinions. I don't share mine nearly as often because I don't think that's my job as a beat writer, is to be super opinionated. But I do believe, and we've talked about it a bunch, that the blind spot that Goody has is for having just a few veteran, been there, done that players sprinkled into his roster. And we could joke about Rashawn Gary, and we did, and we will continue to. But dude's been in a couple NFC Championship games, right? Elton Jenkins, same way, and both those guys, the door is most likely going to hit them on their way out. So I look at the way they have constructed their roster. I keep going back to this conversation I had in the locker room, in the visitors' locker room at Soldier Field with Evan Williams, who's a pretty mature guy for having just finished his second NFL season. And I flat out said, if I'm full of, you know what, just tell me. And he said, no, there's an immaturity about our team that we don't know how to handle it when things are going really well, which I think if you go back and look at how many times they let teams back into ball games after they get off to a good start, there's some evidence of that. And then he says, we're not really good about in-game adversity. And those are two things that, being mature football players, that you don't ride the wave and you can handle it and stay steady. Good teams and veteran players do. And I just don't understand it. And I don't know if I'll ever get Goody to fully explain it. Like, you got 53 guys plus 16 practice squad guys. Would it be that bad to have 4 guys on the team that have had their 30th birthday that aren't the kicker and the long snapper? I feel like he has a very clear philosophy, and for the most part, I agree with it. But I would wonder if he would be self-aware enough and self-critical enough to say, yeah, I think that's probably an element of our roster that we are missing, and to say, hey, look, the risk with that is older guys get hurt more, right? We saw it with Bakhtiari. We've seen it with a lot of guys throughout history. But if you get the right guys, Preston Smith wasn't always super productive. But what did that dude miss? Did he miss one game in his entire time in Green Bay?
Something like
and
that.
And maybe one game in his entire career? It's just...
And young guys get hurt too, Jason. Tucker Kraft, Christian Watson, Jaden Reed. It's not like being young keeps you from being injured.
Yeah, great point, Jen. Are older players more injury prone, right? Their body's starting to break down after playing in the league? Sure, by and large. But every person is a different person, as Coach Beard would say. I don't know. I don't know if that's something that Goody's interested in or not. I also think that there are certain guys that you just know, even if they're not at the top of their game anymore, would have immense value in helping that immaturity, right? The first guy that I think of is Mercedes Lewis. Now, Mercedes Lewis is the same age as Chewy. I think they were in the same draft. So it's probably not a good idea to bring him back into the mix. But the bottom line is that they have really moved away from guys like that. And I think if you want to be championship caliber, you just need a few guys, especially when your quarterback has a different leadership style, right? He's not like Aaron Rodgers. That's not the approach he takes. So to me, that's one of the things that I would really love to hear Goody honestly address.
Jason, quickly before we let you go, as far as headlines go, I thought this one was a flamethrower. It's on SI.com, our friend Bill Huber, who said, for Packers, it was $132 million up in flames. The Green Bay Packers spent a considerable amount of money in free agency just to go from 11 wins to 9. They highlight, obviously, Nate Hobbs and Aaron Banks. How much criticism does Goody deserve for those guys being, relative misses? I don't want to sit here and be hyperbolic, but did not perform as well as certainly anyone hoped this past year.
Yeah, Bill does a great job, and I don't know if there's anybody who's better at writing headlines to get people to click them. I'm terrible at it personally. I put all the information in the headline because I'm old school that way. I saw that same headline and I was like, whoa.
Right.
Which, by the way, to be accurate, they haven't paid Aaron Banks all $77 million of that money. Like, let's be honest. There's a chance he won't get any more of it than what he got this past season. I still don't think they're going to move on from him, but his contract is structured in a way that they very well might. Yeah, he does deserve criticism for that. And you look at his draft track record, and there's more misses than people acknowledge. And you look at his free agency usage, everybody says, well, he's more active in free agency than Ted. It's true, but why do you use free agency? It's because you miss on guys, right? Mm-hmm. You have to sign Josh Jacobs because you missed on A.J. Dillon with a second-round pick. You have to sign Xavier McKinney, both of them who have been very good signings, because you missed on Darnell Savage, a safety, with a first-round pick, right? You have to sign Micah Parsons because Rashawn Gary's going to have the door hit him in the ass, as Chewy so eloquently put it. So that is why you have to use free agency. So I know that then I get branded the Goody hater, and I am not that. I am just saying I don't understand why he escapes scrutiny while we dissect everything that Matt LaFleur does, and there's such a strong vocal portion of the fan base that wants to get rid of him.
Jason,
go ahead, Shu.
Jason, with that, though, because they were both Ron Wolf was their mentor. Why did they stray so far away from Ron? Because Ron would plug holes with older guys through free agents prior. Eugene Robinson, Sean Jones, and they went so far away from what they went to school for, which is what I don't get.
You're right. You're 100% right. Now, has the game changed, right? And, one of the, for example, I think Sean Ryan, I think John Runyon 2 years ago, back in the old days, those are the kind of guys that would get decent, not huge money contracts, but the Packers would re-sign them and most likely extend them before they hit free agency. That's another part of Goody's philosophy. And I don't mean to be callous when I say this, but it's use them up and throw them away. And I know Gabe has heard me use this a bunch because it blew me away when Goody said it in a pre-draft press conference. That was basically, look, our goal, the league average or whatever, I don't know how he phrased it, but 1.6, I'll never forget the number. The goal is to on average, you re-sign to a second contract 1.6 players from your draft class. That's it. And I don't mean to be whatever, but Ron would have seen that as a failure. That I didn't draft enough guys that deserved a second contract, that we signed one or none. I mean, look at, the 2022 draft class. They're going to let a bunch of dudes walk that in the olden days when we were re-signing number 89, they would have brought back or they would have extended before they even hit the market.
Jason, we appreciate you hanging out with us this morning. Really good stuff. We'll talk to you again soon.
All right, everybody, have a great day. Take care. Be good.
Jason Wilde can be heard on Wilde and Tausch right after Jen, Gabe, and Chewy here on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee. All right, guys, it is that time this morning. Get your dialing fingers ready. We got another edition of Superb Owl Squares presented by PCI, Professional Construction, Inc. 800-990-3776. Give us a call if you want to play Superb Owl Squares and get on our big board for the big game. It's coming up next.
Craving big flavor? Then get ready because Screamin' Sicilian, more toppings, more flavor, more is amore. For 1 week only, stock up on both outrageously loaded Screamin' Sicilian original frozen pizzas at Pick and Save and Metro Market because it's buy one, get one free. Yep, twice the cheese-loaded, topping-packed, flavor Screamin' pizza for the price of one. But hurry, this BOGO deal ends February 10th. Again, it's going on right now. Pick and Save and Metro Market original Screamin' Sicilian on sale right now. Pick and Save Metro Market, buy one, get one. Screamin' Sicilian frozen pizza, more toppings, more flavor, more is amore.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Delays right now on westbound 94. They're pretty hefty as you're making your way from just west of 27th Street all the way past Hawley Road. Eastbound slowing down from 92nd Street almost to Hawley Road. We have that broken down vehicle in the Marquette, kind of in a weird spot in the left shoulder, so just be careful right in the Marquette as you're going through. Northbound 4394 coming out of the Mitchell interchange. We've got another broken down vehicle off on the right shoulder. Seeing delays coming out of the interchange itself, and this issue is just over 13th Street, so just be careful as you're making your way through that area. Traffic is brought to you by Racine Danish Kringles. Valentine's Day is around the corner. Time to get a heart-shaped Kringle with pink icing and raspberry, chocolate silk, cherry, and pecan flavors. Order at kringle.com. A check of the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Today, mostly sunny skies, a high of 23. Tonight, a few clouds, a low of 9 above. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
February means big savings at Exterior Pros and Baths. Upgrade your home with energy-efficient windows, durable roofing, new siding, or a beautiful bath makeover and get $3,000 off your project. That's $3,000 in instant savings, but only for a limited time during our February winter savings event. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com now. Exterior Pros and Baths. Big savings done right.
Make your next activation or event a slam dunk with Captivate Exhibits, your leader in transforming spaces and creating brand experiences that truly stand out and connect. If you can dream it, Captivate can design it, build it, and activate it. From trade shows and events to enhancing interior spaces like your lobby, history wall, or break room, Captivate Exhibits turns ideas into highlight reels. With over 32 years of award-winning experience, Captivate delivers every time, always beating the buzzer. Get started with your next big idea today at CaptivateExhibits.com.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Small's here. Life is full of choices, some big, some small. And when you choose an H&R Block Tax Pro, you're choosing the largest network of tax expertise to be in your corner. For when your big ambitions need help with the small details. For when your six figures come from 6 different places. For when your gaming stream becomes your revenue stream. For when your business's year one needs 70 years of tax know-how. At H&R Block, they've seen it all. And they're here to help you make the most out of your money for life outside the box.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text HAWK to 321-321 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text HAWK to 321-321. That's HAWK to 321-321.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Excuse me. Hold on. Getting choked up over it. So, hold on. Give me a moment.
On 94.5 ESPN.
$800-990-3776 if you want to play Superb Owl Squares. It's our week of the big game where you can get on our big board for the big game. 800-990-3776. Cue the music, Joshy. Bill in Lake Geneva is first up on our Jen, Gabe, and Chewy call log. Bill, are you ready to play Superb Owl Squares?
Let's do it.
Gabe, do you want to remind the folks how it works out there for those who are new to our game?
All right, so we've got a list of questions here that we got from our guy Hembo at ESPN. You know him of Get Up fame. So he gave us a bunch of Super Bowl-related trivia questions. We asked them, you answer them. You get one correct, you get entered with 10 squares on our Superb Owls board, which has been already put out there. Now, the numbers and how those are going to be arranged, that will be released after all of the names are on the board. But after the show yesterday, Joshy was able to put the first 2 names on the board 10 times apiece, and we look to continue to fill out that board today. You ready for your question?
Let's do it.
What is the only franchise to win a Super Bowl in 4 different decades?
Whoa.
The New York Giants.
That is correct.
Wow. Right out of the gate. Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
Nice.
Bill in Lake Geneva, stay on the line. If you called in, we are going to play Superb Owl Squares in the second hour of the show. It is presented by our friends over at Professional Construction, Inc.
Yeah, Giants won in the 80s, 90s, 2000s, and 2010s.
I was expecting a tug of rope.
Okay, well, what you do on your own time is...
Yeah. True. Now what do we do?
Well, we're back
think
on
I
the
was gonna have
clock.
to work.
Honestly, I was worried because we went a little long with Jason, but Bill, 1 shot, 1 kill.
Again, that was under. So Hembo has split these questions into easy, medium, and hard. That was under the easy portion, even though I didn't think it was going to be. You knew it?
Well, I was like Pittsburgh. I'm like, no, they lost in the 90s to Dallas.
Okay.
So they were out. San Fran, they won in the 90s. They won in the 80s.
Yep.
They didn't win in... Did they win in the 2000s, Gabe?
They did not. No, they have not won since that
Yeah.
Super Bowl win in the 90s. They've been a couple times. Been a few times.
Yeah, so there was only a handful. I would have got there eventually. Good pull.
What team do you think holds the record for all-time NFL postseason victories?
All time. I mean, Chiefs have been winning a lot as of late.
Yeah, but they've had a lot of success. Like, they were in Super Bowls early, too.
Yeah, but then they kind of packered it through the 70s and 80s.
Not that bad, though, right? They had some decent teams in there.
The 90s, they were solid.
The problem is the Cowboys were so good for like the first half of the Super Bowl era, and they just haven't been that good since, right? The last 30 years hasn't been good for them.
How about New England, Jen?
New England is a very good guess. New England, according to StatMuse, has 40 wins in the postseason, putting them atop the list. Although there is some controversy with another list that I pulled up here that has the San Francisco 49ers with the record for all-time NFL postseason victories also at 40. Now, I wonder if it's because the Patriots are in this year's postseason, so they've been adding to their total while the San Francisco 49ers have stood pat. But the New England Patriots also have the highest win percentage in the postseason all-time at 64%.
Makes sense. When you've won the most Super Bowls, that means you've gone the most postseasons without losing.
Where are the Packers?
Let me go to the list. Give me one second. Scrolling. Packers are top 5. Number 4 with, hold on. Sorry. The list reloaded. Packers are number 3.
Ooh,
behind the Patriots and the 49ers. According to this list, they have 37 postseason wins. We'll take a break here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Roll on right after this. Still a lot of stuff to get to, but as you know, Superb Owl Squares is back. Total game changer for you. Listen to the show all week for a chance to get squares. It's presented by Professional Construction, Inc. One lucky winner takes home a virtual interior design service. It's valued at $500. Let the pros draw up the winning play. This is a conceptual, budget-friendly design service, and you're getting real professional interior design support from the PCI in-house team. Learn more about the virtual interior design service at professionalconstructioninc.com. Superb Owl Squares is presented by Professional Construction, Inc.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy are back after this on 94.5 ESPN.
For 75 years, the Muscular Dystrophy Association's voices have thundered through the halls of Congress.
For 75 years, we've willed the impossible into existence.
For 75 years, the MDA community has pushed the science,
shifted the narrative, and established the field of neuromuscular medicine.
And until that day when this is all a thing of the past,
you couldn't stop us if you tried.
Join us and celebrate 75 years of breakthroughs at MDA75.org.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Okay, guys, quick PSA. Forgetting Valentine's Day flowers is not the move. Get it right this year. Send farm fresh flowers from the Books Company. And right now, get 25% off with code CANTY. Books flowers are cut fresh, so you get bigger, brighter blooms that last way longer. And it's easy. Pick the bouquet, the delivery date, and you're done. Valentine's Day is February 14th, right after the big game, so order now. Go to Books.com and use code CANTY for 25% off. That's BOUQS.com.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Experience hot gaming action and a relaxing spa day. Your perfect winter getaway at the island. Book a stay and float package to get both a standard room and a rejuvenating 60-minute float pod therapy session for less than $100. Complement your stay with an elevated dining experience at Horizon Steakhouse and fun on the gaming floor where big wins wait for you. The Island Resort and Casino's stay and float package runs through February. Call 800-682-6040 to book yours today. Certain days and restrictions apply.
Imagine working with a contractor that quits halfway through a project or never calls you back when you have questions, or worse, takes your money and you never see them again. Unfortunately, we hear about them all the time. Hi, this is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, and Siding Unlimited is absolutely not that company. Siding Unlimited has been doing business for 32 years, proving to be an honest, ethical, and forthright company. If you're looking for the honest guys for your next siding, windows, roofing, and doors project, stop by sidingunlimited.com today.
It's time for the Marquette Minute on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Matrix Basements.
Despite holding an 8-point lead at the half, Marquette could not hold off a comeback from Big East foe Seton Hall as they fell 69-64. The loss brings the Golden Eagles to an 8-14 overall record and 3-9 in Big East play. Sophomore Royce Parham was sensational as he had 17 points, 6 rebounds, 3 steals, and 2 blocks. Freshman Nigel James Jr. also chipped in 16 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. Here's head coach Shaka Smart after the loss.
It was choppy. I mean, it was a physical game. Just too many turnovers against a team like Seton Hall. They make you pay, and we turned the ball over 16 times. Not good enough.
The Golden Eagles will get a week to rest before returning home to take on Butler for National Marquette Day on Saturday.
Brought to you by Matrix Basements. Visit gomarquette.com/matrix to enter to win 4 tickets to National Marquette Day Saturday, February 7th when Marquette hosts Butler. This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
His eyeball.
Wait.
Where do I get him?
I just assumed, when I said wait, did you just think it was just a suggestion?
Yeah, pretty much, typically.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Guys, I'm telling you, if you're getting ready to propose, the Jewelry Center is the place to go for the ring. It's the go-to spot for diamond engagement rings in Milwaukee, and it's for a reason. It's what I did. And that reason is the helpful team. Maybe you have an idea of what you want to give for that diamond engagement ring. Okay, go in, browse the inventory. Again, ask questions. The helpful staff is not going to lead you astray. Maybe you don't have an idea. Head to our Pinterest page, bring those ideas in, and the team at the Jewelry Center always going to lead you in the right direction. Naturally mined diamond, lab-grown diamonds, whatever you're in the market for, the Jewelry Center has it. Check out the inventory at one of their 4 locations, Greenfield, Brookfield, Burlington, and now in Mac 1. Or take a look online, shoptjc.com.
Believe it or not, pitchers and catchers report to spring training in about a week, just over a week. And then it will be baseball season before we know it. There was a list that came out yesterday. Was it Fangraphs that did that work?
Yeah, they had their season projections that they do. Fangraphs always does those every year, projecting teams that have best chance to win the division, go to the playoffs, win the World Series, things of that nature.
Brewers were given, according to Fangraphs, a 23.8% to win the division, a 42.1% to make the playoffs, and a 1.9% to win the World Series. And I'll tell you, I saw a lot of Brewers fans who were disappointed, upset, angry, frustrated, or just sort of resigned when the news about Eugenio Suarez came out over the weekend. Suarez going to the Cincinnati Reds. I believe the money was considered pretty reasonable. Did I see 16 attached to the one-year deal?
$15 million for the first year. There is a $16 million mutual option in year 2.
Now, $15 million for a slugger in your lineup doesn't feel like breaking the bank, especially when you consider that the Brewers just, I guess, saved $8 million with the Freddie Peralta situation. Gabe, were you, like many Brewers fans I saw on social media this weekend, disappointed that the Brewers didn't take a swing, pun intended, at Suarez?
Yeah, but ultimately, the more I thought about this, the more I guess the Brewers have obviously decided that defense pitching is something that is important to them, and especially the defensive element. It's something that they prioritize. It's something what they want. And while Eugenio Suarez has gotten better at third base, he would be a downgrade for what the Brewers have put out there the last couple of seasons. So that means, okay, DH at bats. A lot of those belong to Christian Yelich. And they don't want to put him in the outfield, A, downgrade defensively at this point in Christian's career, and B, they want to protect him and make sure his back stays as healthy as possible. And they've decided the way to do that, to get the most out of Christian Yelich's bat, is to make him the designated hitter. And once he got used to the role, he was fantastic in that role last year. So I guess it makes sense why the Brewers maybe wouldn't have been more aggressive. Maybe they were. Maybe they were trying to figure out a way to make it happen, and he still decided he wanted to go back to a place where he had spent his career and play in the bandbox that is a Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati and hit a ton of dingers over there. But the Reds are going to use him primarily as a DH, and a lot of the Brewers' DH at-bats are occupied by Christian Yelich.
49 home runs, Chew, last season between Arizona and Seattle. Are you disappointed that the Brewers didn't at least try? And again, we don't know, to your point, Gabe, if they tried, but obviously they didn't get him. Can you pass on affordable power if you're the Milwaukee Brewers? Is that a luxury you have?
You can if you trust the organization like I do. I don't listen to these preseason predictions because none of the pundits got it right last year. And it's not like that was a fluke year. They've got good players, and I trust them, and I expect them to be good again. And I have the utmost confidence in this organization, and things will be fine.
What a fun place to be in, Chew, right? What a fun place Chew is in, which is I like the front office. I like the moves they make. I trust them when they, shift things around and send players off and bring prospects in. And I'm a little jealous, if I'm being honest.
I don't like getting roasted, and we got roasted last year because we all listened to what everyone else said.
I think no. Again,
Gabe, you didn't say 90 wins. You said
no. I thought low 90 wins, and that's what I think again this year.
Josh.
I made money betting the over on season wins.
Yeah, I know, but it was 78. How can't you bet that?
It was like 81, 82.
Yeah, it was like 82 and a half or something.
There's 162 games to be off by 3. That's pretty good. That's not bad. No, I'm not worried one bit. And I expect them to be maybe not as good as last year, but I expect them to be in the 90s in the playoffs. And you know what? You get in the playoffs, you don't know what happens.
It's going to be tough with the division. The Cubs have certainly gotten better. I'm with you, Chew. They got hot a couple of different times, set a franchise record for wins last year. Not just the winning streak, but the overall wins, and that's going to be tough to replicate. But, yeah, I think if you get to 92 wins, You look where you're at, chances are it's going to be good enough to be a wild card and still be in the postseason, even if that doesn't win the division. And that could still easily win the division.
And look, this is overly simplistic, guys, but when I look at what the Brewers have had success with, there is a part of me that feels like having consistent power in the lineup is just the thing that will put them over the edge, right? Because they have been winning with defense, because they have been winning with pitching, because they have been winning with being, a disciplined, fundamentally sound team. But man, doesn't it feel like having a power bat, somebody you could rely on to put the ball out of the park, would be a nice addition to what they have built?
It's the biggest thing that they're missing is more power in that lineup. And again, I don't know if they're just kind of hoping that they can replace some of it, where Jackson Chourio, where, he's had, 20 plus home runs the last couple of seasons, but he's getting older. The body's maturing a little bit, getting a little bit stronger. Maybe he can up that total to something closer to 30. Christian Yelich, now that he's comfortable in the DH role, maybe those power numbers kind of reflect more second half and make up for the gap that he had in the first 6-7 weeks of the regular season last year. Garrett Mitchell, if he stays healthy, I think he's somebody that can drive the ball out of the ballpark 20 times as well, which helps with, again, some of the power and lack of thereof that you have in the outfield. I think that's what they're looking at. And they got a nice little power surge from Bryce Terang last year. If he improves on his numbers, maybe he can get up to 20. So it's not one guy. I think they're trying to hope that everybody kind of steps up those power numbers.
Contreras, too, Gabe. He'll knock it out of the park.
Oh, yeah, and his power numbers were down for a good chunk of the last year because he was dealing with a bunch of different injuries.
Mm-hmm.
It just feels like significantly, consistently, having a power bat is the thing that puts teams over the top. I think I saw that teams that hit home runs, that out-homer their opponents, win 82% of playoff games. That would be a nice addition for the Brewers to make a deeper run in the postseason, potentially. So if it's not Suarez, who felt like a really good deal, maybe a bargain, I still hope that they are kicking the tires on some other options out there. We got to take a break here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Still a lot of stuff to get to in the second hour of the show. We got Power Rankings coming up and another chance for you to join Superb Owl Squares. It's presented by PCI.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy continues next on 94.5 ESPN.
Delays right now on westbound 94. They're pretty hefty as you're making your way from just west of 27th Street all the way past Hawley Road. Eastbound slowing down from 92nd Street almost to Hawley Road. We have that broken down vehicle in the Marquette, kind of in a weird spot in the left shoulder, so just be careful right in the Marquette as you're going through. Northbound 4394 coming out of the Mitchell interchange. We've got another broken down vehicle off on the right shoulder. Seeing delays coming out of the interchange itself, and this issue is just over 13th Street, so just be careful as you're making your way through that area. Traffic is brought to you by Racine Danish Kringles. Valentine's Day is around the corner. Time to get a heart-shaped Kringle with pink icing and raspberry, chocolate silk, cherry, and pecan flavors. Order at kringle.com. A check of the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Today, mostly sunny skies, a high of 23. Tonight, a few clouds, a low of 9 above. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
St. Anne's Center for Intergenerational Care switched from a previous vendor to business technology from James Imaging Systems. Why? CFO Sally Parente.
The service, the value, and the ease with which we can just keep using their service and not having any big headaches. It's not just all about the money. We're getting value here as well.
Robert Prang, CIO at Tri-City National Bank, likes the fact that James Imaging is local.
So being able to work with a local company like James that has that flexibility with their staff and being able to deliver for us has given us the ability to make the right decisions for our organization.
And Junior Achievement of Wisconsin VP of Enterprise Services, Lori Salzman, had this advice for others.
If anybody is looking for a good partner that is there to help find solutions, call James Imaging.
James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Visit jamesimaging.com.
Tune in to KBN every day at 2 o'clock. Kyle Brust and Nortman. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Shoot. The right way to start your day. This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue with Gabe Neitzel and Mark Chamara. Here's Jen Latta.
Go ahead and get us your reaction to the Brewers conversation we were just having, which was about the fan graphs and the predictions, the World Series and playoff odds for the upcoming season. Again, spring training just around the corner. Pitchers and catchers reporting next week. Cubs, by the way, for those interested in the division, have a 45.3% chance to win the division and a 64% chance to make the playoffs. 3.7% chance to win the World Series, which feels high, 3.7%. And then you look at the Dodgers, which have a 28.4% chance to win the division. Fix your sport! Fix your sport, baseball.
I think you meant World Series.
World Series. 100%. You're right, Joshy.
Because I believe their percent to make the playoffs is 99.
It's way worse.
Well, again,
the point still stands.
The one team that can absorb, look at all the injuries they absorbed last year. Still didn't matter.
What is the difference between 1 and 2 on the Fangraphs? I don't have it in front of me. Between making the playoffs, 99, and then what is it?
87 for the Braves. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
The next team 87. And then the Mets are at 80, the Mariners are at 71, the Yankees are at 68, Red Sox are at 61, blah, 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 blah.
Isn't there a degree of you have to factor in it's the Mets? So 80
for
just
sure,
can't,
Mets be Mets.
Right, it can't be that high.
Well, but here's
They're
the thing.
Mets.
They don't do that for the Brewers, right? They don't do the inverse for
Correct.
the Brewers.
Very good point.
They're going to figure it out. No,
Right.
it's the inverse for the Mets. The Mets are going to Met. That's what they do.
Want to get back to this, we talked to Jason Wilde about this a little earlier this morning. Brian Gutekunst is going to speak to the media, and Jason said for the first time since they got Micah Parsons, which is wild. What do you guys want to know? What do you guys want to ask the GM of this team? If I'm being honest, my most pressing concern headed into the 2026-2027 season is the offensive line. And maybe it is they stand pat and it is what it is. There's a part of me that feels like, hey, are we going to upgrade at some of these positions? Are we going to dedicate some draft capital to the offensive line? And that would mean, Gabe, having rookies out there, and we have known, traditionally, they prefer to sort of ease these guys into the offensive line as opposed to having them out there from the jump.
Well, what do you think's more pressing? Is it the offensive line? Is it the defensive line? Is it the cornerbacks? Because you only have so many draft picks, and you don't have a first-round pick.
Yes.
So you have to prioritize. What would you and I guess having that big a need at those three spots kind of does open you up to best player available at those three positions and gives you a little bit of flexibility when we're talking about that second round pick. But you're going to have to prioritize. What's more important in terms of improving this team to get them to a step closer to the Super Bowl? Because we are not going to be sitting here in September going, yep, I feel great about every position group for the Green Bay Packers. There's going to be some holes because they got a lot of holes right now and not a lot of ways to fill them. So you're going to have to decide which ones are more important and which ones you think you can cover up with depth at other positions. Whether that's Jordan Love playing really good and getting rid of the ball quick that can, negate what you have on the offensive line. Whether that's Micah Parsons being healthy and him getting, pressure on the quarterback negates having to have corners that can lock down for a long time on the back end. Those are the decisions that Brian Gutekunst is going to have to make.
Chewy, the Packers ranked 21st in pass blocking in 2025, according to Pro Football Focus. That's the team's lowest mark since 2006, falling from a historical average of 5th in the league over the previous 15 years. Yeah. That, to me, is falling off a cliff. That, to me, is alert, alert, must give this attention.
He screwed up. He shouldn't have pissed off Elton Jenkins. I would have moved on from Banks or tried to trade him. Bring Elton Jenkins back on the cheap. He's only 30 or 31. He can still lineman. I mean, how old is Trent Williams? 45, and he's still pretty damn good. I would have brought back Elton, figured out the center position. It's just I don't know. I don't know why when you're a top 5 offensive line, you go and blow it up. And then you can say whatever you want about Rasheed Walker. At least you know what you have. I mean, you think Morgan's going to be good or whatever, but it's still, we don't know. You don't know. Rasheed is Rasheed. And if you look at his Pro Football Focus numbers, they're pretty good. And coupled with the fact that he's the 8th best free agent out there. So that must mean that some people think he can play. And it blows my mind when Jason was talking. I'm like, why did they pivot so far away from Ron? Ron was considered, he's a Hall of Famer. And you went totally in the other direction. I just don't get it.
Well, fair or unfair, Gabe, what's going to last in a lot of people's minds is that game against the Bears when protection was real lousy. You know, I mean, you look at the way that they performed in that game, which ultimately ended the season. So I think that that's one of those things that sticks in people's mind when you talk about the offseason and things that need to be addressed is, holy cow, we have to upgrade at some of those positions. But to your point, it's not an easy fix because you can't just snap your fingers and all of a sudden have a vastly improved offensive line.
Yeah, I guess that's why I think Aaron Banks is just coming back, because that just opens up a hole that you're not going to be able to fix with the money that you get from cutting him. You're not going to be able to fill that with a better player. I think you just kind of have to, hey, he was better in the second half of the season, we'll figure it out. You're going to have to figure out center. Everybody thinks that Sean Ryan's not coming back. I think that's ultimately going to be a mistake because you're going to have to trust a rookie there or go out and sign somebody else. I would rather just have Sean Ryan. You know who you're, again, left to right. If you know that your starting lineup is going to be Morgan, Banks, Sean Ryan, Anthony Belton, and Zach Tom when he's healthy, okay, now at least I have my starting five. And what I'm thinking of is, okay, how can I backfill? How can I get more depth there instead of, oh, crap, not only do I need depth, I need starters along my offensive line. To me, releasing Aaron Banks would just open up more issues along that offensive line that you don't have. You just don't have a surplus of picks and money to fill. Yeah, you've got some picks. You got some money after they make some of the moves where they're going to be able to dabble in free agency, certainly. But you're not going to have, $100 million to go out there and solve all of your problems the way the Patriots did this past offseason.
So that's one thing, too, that we will talk to Brian Gutekunst about or that we believe will be brought up. Is there anything else? What else? I got folks weighing in on the Carbless Talk and text line 800-990-3776. Hunter says, what is it that turns you off about any player older than 30 years old? Has he ever addressed that?
Yeah, he says it's a young man's game.
Mm-hmm.
That's just been his answer.
Really?
Yeah, he thinks, again, to your point, Jen, they can't. Younger players do get hurt, but they're less likely to get hurt.
What would you ask him, Chu?
What's your plan with Nate Hobbs? And he's just going to give these garbage answers. He's coach speak, vomit, What are you going to do? I mean, what year is he in, Gabe?
Nate Hobbs?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I thought you meant Goody.
No, Nate Hobbs.
Nate Hobbs has been in the league. This last year was year 5, so year 6.
So he is what he is. He's not going to go into next year and be like, we're banking on him to be an all-pro.
I wonder.
In year 6, you are in your prime. You don't get any better at the cornerback position.
I wonder if they miscalculated how good they thought Javon Bullard was going to be. Because Bullard
possibly
ends up playing the slot. Again, Nate Hobbs had success playing out of the slot for the Raiders. And switching him to the outside, he just hasn't been as good, right? That's the biggest issue for the Packers. I wonder if they signed him last March thinking, oh, yeah, he'll be our slot, and we can just kind of move Bullard around. He's going to be a backup safety, backup slot, and he'll just be this backup for us. But then Javon Bullard goes out there after Hobbs has the injury in training camp and shows he can handle the spot and be really good in that spot.
And that's fine. I mean, GMs miss. I get it. Ron missed, on free agent. It happens, but you're at a position where you're in soup. And we said it at the beginning of this year. We're like, these cornerbacks have to stay healthy or it's going to be a problem. And it was a problem. And like you said, they don't have a first-round pick. They don't have a lot of money in free agency. There's not a whole lot of depth there. I know they like, who's receiver guy? Come on, it's easy.
Bo Melton.
Oh, receiver.
No, because he's talking about the defensive back receiver guy. We should have.
He is how many? I guarantee he played far many more snaps at wide receiver than he did corner.
Yeah, he did not play any defensive snaps.
So we're banking on him next year. But he's young. He's young. He's stupid, is what he is. I'm sorry.
I mean, the thing with Nate Hobbs is, you're eating the money that you end up eating. You're just cool with paying him $12 million to go away. It's basically a wash against the cap. You can't miss the way you missed last year in free agency, and you're probably going to have a really good draft, like circa 2022 draft class. If you're Brian Gutekunst.
Drafting a corner that can come in and play right away?
Yeah, you're gonna have to do that.
All right, we've done this exercise before. I want to break up before we get to power rankings with Chew. I'm going to give you a name. You guys both just say yes or no if they are back with the Packers. Again, some of these we have done before, but just again, I wonder if anything has changed as the offseason has progressed. I'll begin with Rasheed Walker. Is he back, yes or no?
No.
Jen, is this what we think they're going to do, or is this what we want?
It's a great question. Let's do what you want, not what you think they're going to do. What you would do if you were the GM of the Green Bay Packers. Would you bring Rasheed Walker back?
I would not.
I don't think you can, just based upon he's the 8th best free agent out there, so it sounds like someone's going to pay him. It blows my mind that Green Bay prides itself. And Gabe, you talk about backfilling. You know how you backfill offensive line? You find a 4th, 5th, and develop them, which they did with Rasheed, and now they're kicking him out the door. Stupid.
You're saying they should have paid him before it got to this point, before he got to free agency.
He will not be back.
Sean Ryan.
I would bring him back. Because I don't think it's going to be that expensive of a deal.
Chew?
I don't think I'd bring him back at center. I'd bring him back at guard. And I don't think he'll be back.
Elton Jenkins.
He's gone.
And would you bring him back?
Yes.
You would. Is that again for offensive line depth?
It's too late. It's too late. But there's nothing wrong with a 31-year-old guard.
I agree.
The problem
that sets the tone for the offensive line and is a leader in the locker room. There's nothing wrong with that.
The problem is you need the money that he occupies.
Correct.
And would I keep him around at a lower number? Yes. But the problem is you're going to go to him. You're going to ask him to take a pay cut. He's going to laugh at you.
Yes.
And then you're going to have to cut him.
Yeah.
So
yep.
I just...
Because you burned that bridge, right, Gabe?
Yeah.
You already burned the bridge.
Yes, correct.
So you have a left guard you're paying. All right.
Yeah. And
that only plays there.
Correct. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. For a team that provides themselves or prides themselves on drafting guys that are versatile or they think are versatile, because some guys turns out haven't, like Morgan really hasn't been versatile, despite them playing him all over the place. You are paying a left guard, and Elton Jenkins at center just did not work out this year.
Yep.
A couple more names before we get to break. John Fitzpatrick. Would you keep him or would you move on?
Who is that?
I was about to say,
wow, the
really
fact that tight end you over here doesn't know who John Fitzpatrick is. All right, I think that answers our question. Nate Hobbs.
You have to keep him, right? I mean, that's $12 million out the.
Yeah, I mean, his cap hit this upcoming year is 12.8. You save 12 by releasing him, so you could save $800,000 against the cap in the NFL, which isn't that much money. I would keep him just because it doesn't make sense.
And again, this is would you keep them or would you move on? Brandon McManus. Chew?
Keep him.
Get out of my life, loser.
What? Josh!
Get out of here.
Who do you want back? Krushnick? Or whatever his name is?
Get him out of here.
Yeah, you can't.
What was the dude's name?
Haversick.
I was close.
Krushnick.
They're both Slavic.
Oh, Joshy. Loser.
Loser.
You can't miss that many kicks in the postseason.
He's fine.
He's like the
Gabe,
worst
would you
kicker
move on?
last year.
I would.
Wow.
I would.
With who?
I don't care. Go find one. Teams find kickers all the time. Like, do I want to go through the kicking carousel again, Shoot? No. But this guy has shown that he can't be that guy either. So there's an out in the contract. I'm taking it. I'm going to replace him with somebody else.
Jed gave it to you. Rolls on after this. We've got power rankings coming up. Stick around.
Tired of always feeling exhausted, waking up tired? Dad bod starting to weigh on you? Finding it harder to get excited about just about anything? If your energy, focus, and drive aren't what they used to be, it might not be that you're just getting older. It's what I used to tell myself. Getting older is the way it is, but it doesn't have to be that way. There's a good chance your hormones and metabolism are just out of balance. So this new year, let's get back to the old you. I know you remember that guy. Sharp at work, full of energy, fun, the one that people actually enjoyed being around. And that's where Mentality comes in. I have now worked with Mentality for years. A lot of these issues, again, I brushed them off. Maybe you are too. but it can be fixed with Mentality. It's not a macho low T bro clinic. No, they are human-centered missions to figure out what's really going on with your body and your brain. Mentality starts by listening. They're going to run real labs, explain your results in plain English, and then build a personalized science-backed plan to use using hormone therapy and FDA-approved peptide treatments to help you get your brain and body back on track. So stop telling yourself and everybody else around you that you're fine. Because right now, all new patient labs are covered in your treatment plan. That's a savings of $250 right out of the gate. So what are you waiting for? Reclaim that old you, the younger you, with Mentality.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
We've got delays. Westbound 94 heading through the stadium interchange from about 27th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. We do have a broken down vehicle off on the left shoulder right in the stadium, so that's going to be adding to your headaches there. Eastbound 94, we've got delays from just before 84th Street all the way to just past Hawley Road. Southbound 43, watch for delays from just south of Silver Spring down almost to North Avenue. Northbound from the Plainfield curve, you're going to see delays all the way up past Oklahoma Avenue. Traffic is brought to you by Geist Garage Doors. For over 70 years, Geist Garage Doors has been the local trusted name for garage door sales, service, and repair. Visit geistdoors.com and don't think twice, call Geist. A check of the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Today, mostly sunny skies, a high of 23. Tonight, a few clouds, a low of 9 above. Weather is brought to you by Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center in Waukesha. Another two-man scramble tournament is underway. Play TPC Scottsdale for a shot at cash prizes. Must play by February 28th. Sign up now at wisconsinindoorgolfcenter.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Kyle Bruston-Nortman.
We need the final end here.
Yes, we do, Jason.
Oh, okay. Screw you, Ben Brust.
KBN.
I think it was a mistake not to pursue Jim Leonard in such a way that they pursued Gannon. You got juice, you got scheme, you've got respect, you've got all the things that players look for. I think Jimmy Leonard checks all those boxes.
Kyle Bruston-Nortman. Afternoons from 2 to 5 on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Kessler's gives you diamond choices that no one else can give you.
We have all the colors and clarities and carat weights of diamonds that come from diamond mines.
And we also have diamonds that come from plasma chambers, newborn created diamonds.
Is it time to buy an engagement ring?
Or a big anniversary diamond?
Tell them what an anniversary diamond is, Monica.
An anniversary diamond can be twice as big as the one in her engagement ring.
Why twice as big?
Every diamond makes a statement.
Okay.
The anniversary diamond says, I love you twice as much today as the day I married you.
Now tell them about our miraculous no small print warranty.
If you bought it at Kessler's, it's guaranteed.
It's just that simple.
And all maintenance is free forever.
No charge.
Yes, it really is that miraculous.
You found a partner you want to share your life with.
When you're ready to celebrate.
We've got a diamond for that.
Find the Kesslers nearest you at KesslersDiamonds.com.
Don't think twice. Call Geist.
Don't let a busted garage door get you down. Call my friends at Geist today. For 70 years, Geist has been the trusted garage door authority in Wisconsin. With brands like CHI and LiftMaster, they have doors for every budget and will even build custom designs to get your exact needs. For swift and reliable garage repair solutions, go to GeistDoors.com. That's GEIS doors.com. You can also visit their amazing showroom in Brookfield, featuring hundreds of doors and openers and their custom design room.
Don't think twice. Call Geist.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Smalls here. Life is full of choices, some big, some small. And when you choose an H&R Block Tax Pro, you're choosing the largest network of tax expertise to be in your corner. For when your big ambitions need help with the small details. For when your six figures come from 6 different places. For when your gaming stream becomes your revenue stream. For when your business's year one needs 70 years of tax know-how. At H&R Block, they've seen it all. And they're here to help you make the most out of your money for life outside the box.
You're listening to Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
What do we do? Where do we go from here?
We've talked about insulation, we've talked about fantasy camp, and now we've talked about Burning Man. We've hit for the cycle in the first 5 minutes of the show.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Can you feel it? It's the thrill of witnessing a walk-off grand slam, a game-winning touchdown, a buzzer-beating three. You know the feeling. And there's only one place to experience that raw exhilaration, the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Catch all the action in supreme space with dozens of sports betting kiosks, cool drinks, luxe seating, great food, fiery atmosphere, and that monster video wall. Become a legend at the Potawatomi Sportsbook. There's more information available online. Must be 21 years old to enter the casino.
It's Chewy's favorite segment of the week.
Hey, big guy, you catch the game?
It's Power Rankings time on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
You catch the game last night? Can I say yes to you?
What will the big guy have in store for us today?
See the game last night?
Which game?
Any of them.
Okay, in honor of fanatics not printing or making enough
I love it.
New England and Seattle jerseys for the Super Bowl, I felt it was a perfect time for you guys to give me the top 10 selling jerseys for the regular season of 2025.
I assume this is football?
Yeah, football. So I think this is tougher than usual, so I'm going to give you 13 to get 8. 13
Whoa, that is
to
tough.
get 8. Okay?
All right.
Fire away.
Okay, so this past year, I feel like this is only NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Only NFL.
I feel like Saquon might be up there. What do you think?
Last year, maybe.
Super Bowl.
Stick with. I mean, yeah, but this past season, like they probably bought all those jerseys last year.
How many do we have to get you?
We have to get 8.
You got 8.
Top
and
10
you got
though, right?
13.
Yeah.
Yes.
You don't.
Everybody knows number 1 on this list.
Okay, that makes me nervous. 'Cause I don't know number 1 on this list. I mean, okay. You're saying let's go with quarterbacks,
Correct.
right? Okay,
yes. Let's start with quarterbacks before we dive into the position.
Okay,
players.
let's go with Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes not on the list.
Jeez.
I'll go Drake May.
Wait, is this just last year? You're telling me
this past year.
2025 regular season.
I'm shocked that Patrick Mahomes isn't on this list.
Drake May is number 2.
Okay. I'm guessing a ton of Caleb jerseys had to be sold this year.
Okay, that's a good guess.
Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams is number 6.
Okay. I mean, are we Josh Allen? Is Josh Allen on the list? Chew?
Josh Allen, number 1.
Yes. All right, we're back in the game.
Let's
I can't believe Mahomes wasn't on the list.
All right. Well, if we're basing this off of Fanatics running out of, I mean, Sam Darnold, did people buy Sam Darnold or JSN jerseys? I guess would be the question for Seattle if they're running short of jerseys.
Who is flirting with records?
JSN,
Yes.
right?
Yeah. Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Josh, what are you doing?
I'm not even looking at the list.
You liar.
It's just obvious.
Yeah. I mean, if they're running short on jerseys for the Seahawks.
Number 4, Jackson Schmish and Jigba.
Schmish.
Right,
number 4.
I mean, are we talking like, if we're going quarterbacks, should we go young quarterbacks? Should we think about a Jaden Daniels? Should we think about a CJ Stroud? Should we think about a...
Yeah, Jaden was hurt most of the year, so I don't think he was selling a ton of jerseys. They weren't good.
Lamar? That feels...
I mean, Lamar's always a solid guess. Because Lamar's always... I mean, even though he was hurt for most of the year. I'm trying to think who else. I Matthew Stafford, he's going to be the league MVP. Problem is, I never know what Rams fans are going to do because there aren't a lot of them. It's not a big fan base.
What do you think? Pick one.
I'm going to go off the ball. I'm going to say Ashton Genty.
Whoa.
Strike number 2.
Okay.
No Ashton Genty.
Okay.
People love Raiders jerseys. The black always looks cool.
You know what? I'll help you guys out here.
No. Okay. Yep.
I won't help you out.
No.
Because it was a lie.
Okay. What about McCaffrey? Is McCaffrey on this list, Gabe? What do you think?
He could be, yeah. Had a really good year for San Fran.
Okay, we'll take McCaffrey.
Christian McCaffrey, number 8. All right, so you got 5 with 2 strikes.
So we've got 3 more strikes and 3 more jerseys to get.
Let me reset it, or are you guys good?
I got Josh Allen, I got Jackson Smith and Jigba, I got Caleb Williams, Drake May, and Christian McCaffrey.
Yep.
In no particular order.
Mm-hmm.
God, who's going to be number 3 on this list? I mean, I don't think Dak. I mean, it's just the standby of Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys.
I mean, I'm nervous that there is. I was going to say Shador, and that led me to Travis Hunter. Is Travis Hunter on this list, Gabe?
I can't imagine.
No?
No.
Heisman
He was hurt all
Trophy winner.
year.
Okay, all right.
He was hurt all year. He barely played.
I was going to say Shador, but
It's Pro Bowl quarterback Shador Sanders to you.
Cam Ward?
People buying Titans jerseys?
I don't know. I'm just throwing out ideas.
I'd go back to keeping it simple with Saquon Barkley.
All right.
I said Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, Madden cover.
Okay.
It's just...
Saquon Barkley, number 5.
Hold on, wait a minute. I'm confused. I thought I said Saquon Barkley.
I need consensus.
I talked you out of it early.
Yeah. So you got 6. You need 2 to go with 3 strikes.
Who was the person I guessed early that was not on the list?
You guessed Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, yes. Which, again, still crazy talent.
I've got no guesses left in me.
Dak?
Yikes.
People buy Cowboy jerseys in
All
bunches.
right, let's go through teams that we haven't addressed yet. Who are Cowboys fans buying jerseys of?
That's what I'm saying, Dak. Oh,
CD?
I mean,
No.
George Pickens? I can't imagine he sold enough jerseys. I mean, as electric as
CD's
Pickens
interesting,
was.
but I don't know if those went to George Pickens and they split the vote.
Yeah.
Who are the Niners fans buying jerseys of?
McCaffrey, we already got that one.
Well,
Brock?
they've got some personalities there. I mean, Brock,
Kittle?
obviously. Kittle.
Fred Warner, who was
I
injured
don't know
most
about
of the
Nick
year.
Bosa.
I would guess Purdy before any of those other ones for the Niners.
Not George Kittle?
No.
All right. Brock Purdy. Guess.
Purdy's number 10.
Oh, sneaking in.
You need Un Mas.
Like, is a Burrow on this list? No, he was hurt.
Yeah.
Jamar wasn't that impressive.
I'm
Jackson Dart? Is that one that could be out there?
Oh, Giants, maybe.
Even a
Still a
Scatterbo?
rookie,
He was a
though.
cult of personality.
oh God, people loved him. Yeah, let's go Jackson Dart.
No Jackson Dart. That's 3.
All right, so we got 2 more guesses, and we only have to get 1 more jersey on the list. Bo Nix?
That doesn't feel right. Could have Trevor Lawrence? He was a late surge.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of.
I think it's got to be. I mean, we haven't said.
All right, Chewy, reset the list for us one more time.
All right, you got Josh Allen 1, Drake May 2, Njigba 4, Barkley 5, Caleb 6, McCaffrey 8, Purdy 10.
That 3 is throwing me for a loop.
I think honestly, I think one of these 3. I think we have to go back to the quarterback. Well, Dak, Stafford, or Bo Nix.
I don't know. Are you telling me that there's no wide receiver other than Jackson Smith and Jigba on this list?
Well, who would you like to nominate?
The only one I can think of is CeeDee Lamb with Dallas.
CD Puka? Or would more people buy?
Yeah, that's Rams fans again.
Yeah, can't trust those Rams fans. I have no idea what that tiny little group of
And I
people
also,
doing.
again, I don't know. I'm stuck on George Kittle, man.
I can't imagine there's 3 Niners in the top 10. That's a lot of Niners.
Yeah, that's true. I'm throwing CD out there.
CD or Dak has to be on this list, right? Like Cowboys jerseys get bought. So
How many guesses
if we
do we
guess
have left?
CD and it's wrong, then we just guess Dak,
Okay.
right? So we'll go CD Lamb.
CeeDee Lamb, number 7.
Yes.
All right. So you got it, and you have mentioned the other 2.
What?
All right.
So do you think it's Dak?
Is Dak on
Do
the
you
list?
think it's Kittle? Do you think it's
Dak, Bo Nix?
I think Bo's on the list. Broncos
No
had a
Bo.
resurgence.
No
Bo.
No Bo?
No Bo.
Bo doesn't know?
What does that leave us? Kittle, Dak,
Stafford.
You did mention Stafford. Lamar, no, he was hurt all year.
Is it just one spot that we're missing?
2. We're missing 3 and 9.
3 and 9.
Oh, okay. Is there a team that's not represented here that
Well, no,
should
he
be?
said we already said
we
the
mentioned
answers.
the names.
Yeah.
I don't know. We already won, right?
Yes.
So
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Stafford.
Nope.
Dak.
Nope.
No quarterbacks?
Nope.
Kittle?
Kittle, 9.
Wow. The Niners took up the final 3 spots.
McCaffrey, Kittle, and
Purdy.
All right, who's number 3, Chew?
Fred Warner.
What the heck?
4 Niners.
49ers fans' portfolios they're just raking in some money to buy jerseys this year, or what?
Even like 6 games this year? I know he's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough list, though. You guys.
Well, because I think we thought there'd be more quarterbacks. That was pretty good,
A
though.
linebacker being number 3 on this list
Wild.
is baffling to me.
I'm also
Wild.
trying to piece together, like, no Bijan. His team stinks.
Honestly,
You know what, though?
City.
Again, he's not a rookie, but like those younger guys, that I meant Travis Hunter, he's going to be, if he's healthy, he's going to be in jersey sales at some point, right?
Honestly, I'm surprised Micah wasn't on this list.
Yeah.
With how many Packers fans were buying
exactly.
Micah Parsons jerseys. You switch teams.
Big-time
yes.
player, so you need the new
100%.
jersey.
Market size. Don't forget, we're the little guys. Everybody hates us.
How could we forget, Joshy? 800-990-3776. Get your dialing fingers ready. We are playing Superb Owl Squares presented by PCI right after this. 800-990-3776. Light up those boards, everybody.
Are you looking to shed a few pounds before the summer comes up? Maybe going on a vacation, you'd like to fit into your swimsuit a little bit better. There comes a point where you know it's time to do something for yourself. I wanted real goals, real changes, and I decided 2026 is the year I look and feel my best. I'm Josh DiMaggio. I'm starting my journey with Milwaukee Weight Loss. From the first consultation, their team really listened and built a customized plan around me and my goals. Up to this point, I've already lost 15 pounds, and I'm feeling great. This Valentine's month, Milwaukee Weight Loss is sharing the love with $300 off during their Valentine's sale, now through February 28th only. This program is different. No intense workouts, no prepackaged meals, no counting calories or points. Many patients lose up to a pound of fat a day. Some people lose 20 to 30 pounds in just a month or two. Milwaukee Weight Loss has already helped thousands of people change their lives. There's no better time than now to take control and start feeling confident again. Schedule a free consultation at 262-235-3980. That's 262-235-3980. Or visit MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Backing up southbound 43 right now from just before Hampton all the way down to about Locust. Northbound slowing down right around the Plainfield curve all the way up to Oklahoma Avenue. Westbound 94, you've got delays from just west of 27th Street all the way to Hawley Road. The eastbound side's backing up just before 84th Street to Hawley Road as well. And a little pocket of heavy traffic on the northbound side of the bypass from just north of Beloit Road up past National Avenue. Traffic is brought to you by the Neal Group. John Neal and his team know how to minimize your taxes to keep more money in your pocket. Visit nealgroup.net to learn more. That's nealgroup.net. And check out the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Today, mostly sunny skies, a high of 23. Tonight, a few clouds, a low of 9 above. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
QC Kinetics helps active people stay active. People like David Boardman, police officer, competitive athlete, and gym owner who trains hard almost every day.
My body's taken a lot of abuse over the years. I've had multiple knee surgeries on both of my knees. I could barely run a mile prior to going to QC Kinetics. Doctors have all told me, hey, you are going to need knee replacements.
But QC Kinetics gave David great news.
We're going to give you the opportunity to have not one, but 2 healthy knees, and we don't have to cut you open.
And after David's regenerative treatments at QC Kinetics,
since I've gone to them, I run 20, 30 miles a week. I really wouldn't be able to do that if it wasn't for QC Kinetics.
From knee pain to Ironman training,
it's a no-brainer.
Now it's your turn. Call QC Kinetics to book your free consultation today.
Call QC Kinetics 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298.
As America's #1 motorcycle insurer, Progressive has your back.
Oh, like if I need a replacement part?
Sure, we can help with that.
Ah, nice. Hey, I just entered this online contest for coolest bike in the world. You think maybe you can vote for me?
Actually, we just do insurance, not popularity contests.
Yeah, I know. But what's your email? I'll just send you the link real quick. You can vote like 100 times a day. They'll never know.
To be clear, Progressive has your back for insurance only. So get a quote and see if you can save.
So what I'm hearing is there's a little bit of wiggle room.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates covered subject to policy terms, limits, and conditions.
Time is valuable. That's why Lowe's Blueprint Takeoffs turn blueprints into quotes faster. Bring us your plans, and we'll generate itemized material lists to make quoting easier so you can get back to building. Plus, at the Lowe's Pro Desk, you get access to thousands of building materials not sold in store. And when your order's ready, we'll deliver everything to the job site. Improving is easy at Lowe's.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the relief hotline at 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737.
It's Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Have you never had a good pie?
I've had fine pies.
You get no pie.
Right now, yeah.
I mean, seems that way anyway. But if we get him on those dating sites, it feels like maybe he could.
Yeah. On 94.5 ESPN.
Superb Owl Squares is back, and it's a total game changer. Listen all week to the show for a chance to get squares presented by Professional Construction, Inc. One lucky winner takes home a virtual interior design service. It's valued at $500. Let the pros draw up the winning play. A conceptual, budget-friendly design service, real professional interior design support from the PCI in-house team. Learn more about the virtual interior design service at professionalconstructioninc.com. Superb Owl Squares is presented by Professional Construction, Inc. Lines are all lit up as folks want to play Superb Owl Squares. Remind the folks, Gabe, what we're doing here.
Have some questions. You answer one correct, you get thrown onto the Squares board. Do it twice a day, all this week. So we already have 3 winners. After we get the winner from here, Josh will post the names on the Squares board. At the end of the week, we'll associate and put on the numbers on the Squares board so everybody knows where they stand as we give away our big grand prize after the big game.
All right, our first caller this morning is Bill in New Berlin. Bill, you're on with Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Are you ready to play Superb Owl Squares?
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
All right, the Patriots are underdogs in this Super Bowl. When was the last Super Bowl in which the Patriots were the underdog?
Ooh, I'll say, let's see. Was it when they faced the Packers?
It was not. It was not. They were underdogs in that, but they were 14-point dogs against the Rams.
Nice
in
job,
Super Bowl
Chew.
36 that started the Tom Brady dynasty.
All right, let's go out to the phones. Mike in Oak Creek, you're up next on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Are you ready to play Superb Owl Squares?
Yeah, okay, let's go.
Who has coached the most playoff games in NFL history as a head coach?
Most playoff games is this? Well, it would be Super Bowl era, I would guess.
Need an answer.
Parcells?
No. Andy Reid.
Give Chewy a chance to guess. He knows some of these.
Son of a buck.
Wow.
He's got one more than Belichick, Chew.
Wow.
So the Super Bowl last year, where Andy Reid coached, got him to 45. Belichick at 44. Tom Landry, Don Shula tied at 36.
800-990-3776. Travis in Tosa, you're up next on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Are you ready to play Superb Owl Squares?
Let's go.
Who is the only quarterback this century to win the regular season NFL MVP and the Super Bowl MVP in the same season?
Aaron Rodgers?
Is no
Mahomie?
Is Mahomie. Patrick Mahomes is the answer. Rodgers won the MVP the following season for the Green Bay Packers after they won their big
Crushing it, Chew. You're crushing it this morning. Justin in St. Francis is next on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Justin, are you ready to play Superb Owl Squares?
Yeah, let's give it a shot.
Which state has hosted the most Super Bowls?
Louisiana?
Louisiana third. Louisiana has hosted 11 Super Bowls.
Yes, Chew. What do you think? Chew? Chew?
The answer is Florida.
Chew, chew, chew. And
Florida with 17.
Because he's there, I thought maybe there would be a,
I lost you.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Jeff in Watertown is next. This is taking longer than I thought it would this morning. Jeff in Watertown, are you ready to play Superb Owl Squares?
You bet.
All right, let's go with this one. Drake May, the third overall pick in 2024 out of North Carolina. Can you name either of the two UNC players drafted third overall in the NBA draft?
Ooh.
Oh, didn't see that one coming. Third all NBA draft. I don't know.
Do you know any players who were drafted from UNC?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you got Michael Jordan. Sure. Can you repeat what the actual question was?
Drake May, third overall pick in 2024 out of North Carolina. Name either of the two UNC players drafted third overall in the NBA draft.
Third overall. I don't know exactly third overall. Michael Jordan?
Michael Jordan is a correct answer. He was third overall in 1984. Jerry Stackhouse, the other answer there in 1990.
Nice.
Jeff in Watertown, stay on the line. Josh, you'll get all your personal information so we can put you on our Superb Owl Squares board. It is brought to you by our friends over at PCI. Those were good questions.
What I've learned here, again, because these questions were provided to us by Hembo, what he considers an easy question isn't necessarily an easy question.
Hembo?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, but he's an encyclopedia.
Can you tell me who was taken before Jordan? Sam Bowie was one of them.
Sam Bowie and I believe wasn't Hakeem the other one?
Oh, Hakeem went one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sam Bowie, bad pick. Not great.
Didn't work out for the Portland Trail Blazers.
Not so much. Nice guy, though.
I'm sure.
Remember, we are going to play twice a day, every day for the remainder of the week so we can fill up our Superb Owl Squares board. Wait, is this the 5th year of Superb Owl Squares? We've been doing this for a while.
If you say so.
I don't know. I just know that.
I mean, if you'd have sold it as the 5th, I'd have bought it.
5th annual? First annual? How do we feel about first annual?
That's not a thing.
That's what I think.
Second is the annual. That's when it becomes.
Right.
Otherwise, it's the inaugural.
Right. Correct. First annual is hope.
Yeah.
Maybe. Like, things go well, we might be back again next year. You can't have a first annual, just so everybody knows out there who's planning events. You can have an inaugural, and this is not the inaugural Superb Owl Squares. We've been doing this for quite a while. All right, we'll take a break here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Still got stuff to go here on the show. Stick around. We'll be right back after this.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy are back after this on 94.5 ESPN. With Wilde and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
I'm going to tell you this, there will be more scrutiny, so I think he better get off to a fast start.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Because I can already picture whomever we play right out of the gates. I got a hunch the old Fire Gannon hashtags are going to be warmed up and ready to go if things don't start well. He is not going to have a ton of built-in grace at that position.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Grab the dial and crank it up, baby, because Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee is spinning its Winning Hits collection. Over the next 3 months, you could win a share of over $1 million in prizes. On top of thousands in cash and reward play, you could win one of 3 new Ford vehicles in the grand finale drawings on March 27th. Just play with your rewards card to earn entries. Press play on the Winning Hits collection, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
February means big savings at Exterior Pros and Baths. Upgrade your home with energy-efficient windows, durable roofing, new siding, or a beautiful bath makeover and get $3,000 off your project. That's $3,000 in instant savings, but only for a limited time during our February winter savings event. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com now. Exterior Pros and Baths. Big savings done right.
Brewers mini ticket plans for the 2026 season are available now with 6-game, 12-game, and build-your-own plan options. You can pick or build the best plan for your schedule, whether you're gearing up for tailgates under the sun, the thrill of the home runs, or the eruptions of walk-off wins. Brewers mini plans have you covered for the 2026 season with specially discounted ticket rates and more exclusive perks in each plan. Check out all the mini plan options available for 2026 now at brewers.com/ticket plans.
Did you know Professional Construction Inc. has an in-house team of interior designers? We're excited to bring our expertise to you with our brand new virtual interior design program. Maybe you're not ready for a full construction project, but you are ready to refresh that outdated room. Our PCI design team creates stunning photorealistic renderings, a mood board, and a curated shopping list, all delivered to you in just days.
For all your construction and design needs,
visit professionalconstructioninc.com.
Hey, this is Jason Wilde from Wilde & Tausch. Valentine's Day is almost here, and Racine Danish Kringles has you covered with their heart-shaped Kringle. You know my family loves Kringle from Racine Danish Kringles, and sometimes they share it with me. Racine Danish Kringles offers a heart-shaped Kringle with pink icing in raspberry, chocolate silk, cherry, and pecan flavors to send to your loved one. Order at Kringle.com or call 800-4DANISH. Racine Danish Kringles, the official pastry of ESPN Wisconsin. It's not just a treat, it's a tradition.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Game Night Show for Events by Design. Events like appreciation parties and retreats can go a long way towards boosting morale and retaining top talent. Events by Design is your go-to creative partner for employee events that truly make an impact. They help leaders retain top talent by making their people feel seen, valued, and celebrated. The creative team at Events by Design does all the planning and production, making sure things not only look great, but also work. Make a smart investment in your culture today. Search online, Events by Design. They design, you party.
Come grow with us at Glenroy. For more than 6 decades, our family-owned company has built its reputation on quality, reliability, and providing strong career opportunities in our community. As the packaging industry rapidly grows, so does Glenroy. Here, you'll find competitive wages, a clean, modern workspace, fully vested 401k, yearly bonus award, and the chance to build a manufacturing career with purpose. Apply today at glenroy.com/careers. That's GLENROY.com/careers.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Go ahead. Is it against the law to be a moron or no?
The law.
Not yet.
I texted this to Jen earlier. The law does protect some people from things that are called an attractive nuisance.
On 94.5 ESPN.
For 70 years, Geis has been the trusted garage door authority in Wisconsin. Do not let a busted garage door get you down. Call my friends at Geis today. With brands like CHI and LiftMaster, they have doors for every budget and will even build custom designs to meet your exact needs. For swift and reliable garage repair solutions, go to GeisDoors.com. You can also visit their amazing showroom. It's right there in Brookfield, featuring hundreds of doors and openers and their custom design room. Don't think twice. Call Geis, GEIS Doors.com. That's GEIS Doors.com. The Brewers announcing yesterday that they have, in fact, new streaming plans. They have new streaming plans, new broadcast plans for the franchise this upcoming season. And it's a lot of words. Gabe, can you explain it to me like I'm 5? Where can I watch the Brewers in 2026?
To be determined.
All right, so it wasn't just my reading comprehension then.
I mean, because they're going to have to work out deals with, streaming distributors and cable networks to kind of figure out where these games are going to go. It's just no longer going to be on FanDuel. So FanDuel TV, not going to be happening anymore. They decided to opt out. Major League Baseball is going to produce these. And as a fan, I don't know how much is going to actually change for you. You're going to be able to watch these games. I don't know, and because the Brewers didn't announce it, if you're somebody who doesn't have cable and you were subscribing, through FanDuel with the app, you're going to have a similar option. I don't know what that price point is. They didn't announce what the price point was. I think FanDuel was $20 a month. If you were subscribing, directly for that. But everything's going to be run through Major League Baseball, MLB.TV. And not much is going to change for you as a fan because all the great broadcasters that you're used to still going to be a part of it. It's just going to be in a different spot than the channel you're used to tuning into.
Didn't the Brewers lose money, though, Gabe?
So Rick Schlesinger did a Zoom call yesterday and said that, ultimately this year they're not going to make as much money through this than they have been. With, again, it's been called 1,000 different things, but, FanDuel, Main Street Sports, Diamond Sports Group, whatever you want to call it. But he also said that he does not anticipate that impacting the Brewers' payroll for players or anything of that nature.
Okay, so it says fans within the Brewers' home television markets, that's us, will have the option of watching all 162 games on cable and satellite or streaming live through MLB.TV. So does that mean it will be on cable? It says it will be on cable and satellite or streaming live through MLB TV.
Correct.
So there's just going to be another channel on your dial, on your guide, that is going to be Brewers baseball. Are they supposedly producing all the content? Are they producing all of the...
So Major League Baseball is stepping in and producing all... But I don't think it's going to be a 24-hour channel. If you have YouTube TV right now, sometimes there are just games that pop up and you can just watch the games.
I think we should ask them if we could be on their channel. Right? What do you got from 7 to 9, Monday through Friday? You want to throw Jen, Gabe, and Chewy up there? We know Marty. We can go. We know Rick. We can go ask all these people.
Yeah. Again, I don't even know if they know the answer to these questions or if they're just going to play Brewers baseball 24/7.
Just round the clock.
Just keep replaying games.
Well, I wonder if they can do the games that have been, can they do old games? If they were on Bally, if they were on FanDuel, if they were
because the Brewers in Major League Baseball ultimately own all those rights at the end of the day. Because even though, again, if you missed a game on, all the different channel names you want to name, you could always watch it back the next day on MLB.TV.
All right. Well, as long as Brewers fans can still watch their Brewers, I guess it's just a matter of trying to
I just
create
don't know,
a new habit.
They don't know where it's going to be. I don't know what that price point is going to be. I'm sure they're going to announce this all before the beginning of the season. I'm guessing within a month, we're going to have a lot more of those details.
Now, it also says, too, that MLB broadcasts have tried to add some innovations using live drones, umpire cameras, and special cameras in the stadium outfield corners. You like that? You like the increased access for the viewer?
Yeah. They should use drones more. I don't know why they don't.
It sounds like they're going to be using them more.
Yeah. I don't think you're going to get a lot of early season drones at good old American Family Field.
Why don't they just set the drone behind the huddle, though? That'd be kind of cool.
Huddle?
It's the spider cam.
What huddle? It's baseball.
Yeah, but he's not thinking baseball.
No, it's all about football.
Follow us. Come on. Everything goes back to football.
From from 8:50 until this moment, we've been talking about the Brewers in Major League Baseball. Chewy drops a huddle, and I'm the bad guy?
He has set a pretty clear expectation.
Yes.
For how
Clear
long
and
we can talk about things that are not football. Definitely past that moment, Jen. The expiration date has passed. Wilde and Tausch is next on ESPN Milwaukee. Have a great morning, everybody.
Backing up southbound 43 right now from just before Hampton all the way down to about Locust.